Version DLC3 Upheaval in Jingxiang just officially launched, providing a series of new features such as weapons, equipment, and accessories. However, in this video I will show focuses on introducing 15 newly updated hidden spells, and will also guide you on how to quickly possess them. And don't forget, at the end of the video I will also share how to use these hidden spells so you can take full advantage of their power. In this new version, there are a total of 15 hidden spells divided into 5 corresponding virtue: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Each system will have 3 unique hidden spells, bringing more diversity and excitement to your gaming experience. For the wood virtue, we have 3 hidden spells: Lightning Burst, Rushing Fulmination, and Domain of Azure Lightning. With the fire virtue, we have 3 new hidden spells: Devastating Blast, Predestined Doom, and Domain of Crimson Flame. In the earth virtue, we possess 3 hidden spells: Revenant Comets, Orbital Torment, and Domain of Ochre Stone. The metal virtue offers 3 unique hidden spells: Celestial Arsenal, Virulent Rush, and Domain of Pale Toxin. With the water virtue, we have 3 hidden spells: Water God's Onslaught, Crystal Dive, and Domain of Dark Ice. Below are instructions on how to search for hidden spells effectively. First, note that to get hidden spells, you need to have the Hidden Tomes item. Hidden Tomes drop randomly from specific bosses. To know which bosses drop hidden spells, you can check in the Documents section, then select Character Directory. Bosses with this icon are bosses that can drop hidden tomes. Move to that boss and press according to the instructions below. Here I am using the PlayStation platform, so I will press the triangle button. You will know the hidden spell that boss drops. In addition, in the Demon Bestiary section, there are some monsters that also drop hidden tomes that you can refer to. And what is important must be repeated many times. Remember that hidden spells only drop from Rising Dragon difficulty, which is NG+ or higher, and the best drop rate is to farm from NG++ or higher. Below is a list of hidden magic farming locations that I consider to be the fastest and easiest. The Lightning Burst spell will farm the boss Liu Bei on part 5 map Caliber of a Hero. With the Rushing Fulmination spell, you will farm the boss Hongjing at part Others map the Scarlet Crystal. The spell Domain of Azure Lightning will farm boss Sun Yu, and spells Virulent Rush will farm boss Guoqia, and both of these bosses will be on the Tactical Exercises map part X1. Fire spell Devastating Blast will farm the boss Zuyin, map Tale of Gigutsi in part 2 the Legendary Monkey of Farmers. The Predestined Doom spell will farm the boss Zhangfei in part X3 map the Fierce and Formidable Warrior. With the Domain of Crimson Flame spell, you will farm the boss Xiaohe Dun, and the spell Domain of Dark Ice will farm Xiaohe Yuan, and both of these bosses in the 2 Walls Stand Tall map in part 7. Revenant Comet spell and Permission Domain of Ochre Stone will farm the boss Guan Ping is on map Bold and Uninhibited Youth part X3. Orbital Torment spell will farm boss Zhao Yun map the Unparalleled Spear in part 4. Celestial Arsenal spell will farm boss Sun Jian, and Domain of Pale Toxin will farm boss Sun Ce, both of which are located map Like Father Like Son in part 4. With the spell Water God's Onslaught will farm the boss Zhang Liao at the Fearless Blade map in part 6. And finally, Magic Crystal Dive will farm the boss Yuan Shao is in part 7 on the map Pride of the Yuan Clan. Below are detailed instructions on how to use the new hidden spells. First, we will look at the wood spell Lightning Burst. This spell is similar to the martial art Renbai's Clash, performing quickly and dealing a significant amount of damage, highlighting the initiation of combos. You can also combine it with aerial finishing martial arts, taking advantage of the Lightning Burst spell to create a continuous chain of combos. Or you can use a fast approaching martial art and then use Lightning Burst. According to my assessment, this spell is quite powerful and will appear frequently in builds using wood scale weapons. Second, we will discuss the Rushing Fulmination spell. If DLC2 favored the water virtue, it seems that this version of DLC3 favors the wood virtue. The Rushing Fulmination spell, in my opinion, is one of powerful spells in the 15 new hidden spells of the DLC3, with the ability to cast spells extremely quickly, creating a light stunning effect on opponents. This spell brings a significant amount of damage to health and spirit. The third is the fire spell Devastating Blast, a fire spell that can be cast quickly. After dealing damage, the character will move back to keep a safe distance. To use this skill perfectly, you can combine it with martial arts that have the ability to quickly approach the boss, then perform devastating blast to escape the monster's attack range. In my opinion, this is a spell mainly for those who want to focus on creating continuous combos. The fourth is the fire spell Predestined Doom, which seems quite difficult to use in DLC3. After cast, the character creates a marked area, and for a long time you must try to attract monsters into this range. Once the monster is in the area, the Predestined Doom spell will create a pillar of fire, dealing great damage. However, having to be proactive and wait for monsters to enter this area seems quite difficult and creates an inflexible situation in combat. The fifth is the earth spell Revenant Comets. This is a quite powerful spell in DLC3 with the ability to attack at long range and cast spells quickly. Although the amount of damage to HP is not high, the amount of damage to spirit is extremely significant. Next is the Earth Magic Orbital Torment. In my opinion, this is a spell that can be used for all types of builds, thanks to its mobility. You just need to cast the spell and it will create around the stone fragments, dealing earth magic damage to health and spirit in a DPS style. The amount of damage increases over time. Seventh will be the metal spell Celestial Arsenal. In both previous DLC versions, metal spells received little attention, but in DLC3 with Celestial Arsenal, metal spells have a chance to regain their position with the ability to cast extremely quickly. In particular, when the character jumps high to stick his sword into the ground, you have the ability to dodge the monster's attack. With a significant amount of damage and extremely high damage to spirits, this spell becomes one of the most comprehensive defensive spells in Wolong. With your mobility, you can use this spell in combination with martial arts to quickly approach monsters or use it to jump high to avoid attacks. The eighth spell is the metal spell Virulent Rush. Considered a copy of the famous martial art of the dual swords Beckoning Pine, the character will create a poisonous vortex that rushes towards the boss. With the ability to cast quickly and high damage to spirits, Virulent Rush seems to be a quite powerful spell in this DLC3 version. The best combo combination is probably after using Virulent Rush, you can use a martial art to approach the boss to perform attacks. Next is the ninth water spell Water God's Onslaught. Because of the slow casting time, combining with martial arts to create combos will be quite difficult. However, the amount of damage the spell causes is quite large, with a long range, very suitable for hit and run tactical. The 10th water spell, Crystal Dive, is a martial arts clone of the Cestus weapon Chengjing's Helix. With the ability to cast quickly and a large amount of damage to health and spirit, this is a spell that helps you open combos quickly and powerfully. You can combine it with some close combat martial arts. In addition to the 10 spells that I have introduced, there are also 5 hidden spells belonging to 5 different virtue, called Domain of Azure Lightning, Domain of Crimson Flame, Domain of Ochre Stone, Domain of Pale Toxin and Domain of Dark Ice. All 5 of these spells create a crystal. However, I still don't know their specific effects. I experimented with Boss Zhang Liao to test their damage reduction ability against wood spells, but the results are still unclear. Therefore, in this video, I do not mention how to use these 5 spells. In the next video, after carefully examining these 5 new hidden spells, I will make a tutorial clip. The video ends here. If you find the video useful, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel to support me in making the next videos more unique and attractive. Goodbye and see you again.